Greetings, Tribe family. I know it's been a while. I'm back, uh, and it's been a while since I've been on my channel. So I wanted to catch up and touch base on, just to let you know what I've been doing over this past year during my hiatus. Obviously, been doing some major spirit tapping, as well as continuing, putting in the work, spiritual work in the support of, as part of my mission in the support of the restoration of uh, the original clans and tribes of the land. So I wanted to share with you what I have been doing as part of my mission um, and, my purpose over the past year and a half. So what I decided to do was take some time off um, to really focus on self and my spiritual development. And I devoted some time to studying some of the ancient sciences and healing modalities. And during my studies, I was able to gain some really valuable insights um, and a really deep understanding into some of the ancient techniques that, by the way, I did not find in reading any books, but rather I really discovered a lot of this information on my own. And when I gained this understanding and this knowledge, what I did was I had, really put it into practical application in my own daily life. And I got to tell you, from a not just a spiritual standpoint, but even a prosperity standpoint, it was rather transformative and really life changing for me. I had so many amazing things happened, and just really amazing. And I thought to myself, um, based on all of the valuable insights and understanding and knowledge I've gained, how could I best be of service in the spiritual awakening and restoration of my people, and help them, through this awakening. And after giving it some thought, I decided to open a spiritual healing and learning center to teach the ancient sciences and energy healing modalities in order to provide knowledge to empower our people for spiritual development and positive transformation in your lives. So having said that, moving forward, um, I'd like to continue to teach and begin sharing some of this knowledge that I've gained with you. So what I'd like to talk about today and cover is on some of the hidden chakra centers. And this is going to be a three-part series that are not widely known to the general public or discussed by the so-called conscious community at large. So I am going to share my screen here. Give me a second. And so one of the first chakras, hidden chakras, that I want to cover today and discuss is referred to is the Lalana chakra. It's also, it has, they have actually quite a few names for it, but, it's also referred to as the Talu chakra as well. But the Lalana chakra is often associated with the practice of Kundalini, yoga, and Tantra. And in these traditions, the human body is believed to contain several energetic centers called chakras, right? So, in short, the so-called conscious community commonly teaches the seven major chakras, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with, right? But what they don't talk about are these hidden chakras. So, and this is why this is something that I want to really help you to gain understanding of, because it is very important. And there's a reason why they do not discuss these particular chakras, and this information is hidden. So it goes on to say the Lalana chakra is not one of the widely recognized and commonly discussed chakras in mainstream sources, but it is mentioned in some of the esoteric teachings and texts. And obviously, yeah, when they refer to esoteric, they're referring to more of the occult, which just basically, again, in short, means hidden. Okay, these are energy centers and channels they don't want people to be aware of. And again, I'm going to cover. So, according to those sources, the Lalana chakra is located at the roof of the mouth, specifically at the soft spot called the uvula. Um, it is said to be a minor chakra associated with spiritual development and the flow of energy within the body. And this minor chakra is actually a major chakra, but they like to refer to the hidden ones as the minor ones. And these are the ones they don't talk about, which, to be honest, is extremely um, actually more beneficial than the seven major ones. And obviously, family, there is more than seven. I mean, when you look into a lot of the ancient healing modalities relative to the energy channels or energy centers within the body, you'll discover that there's way more than seven. There's several. Okay. So anyway, it goes on to say the activation and awakening of the Lalana chakra are believed to enhance spiritual awareness, intuition, and psychic abilities. And that's one of the main reasons that this particular chakra is not openly, um, discussed and as well as widely known. So I'm just gonna read a little bit more here. So it goes on to say the Bindu Visarga is believed to. This is the name that they refer to it in the Vedic science. Okay, the Bindu Visarga is believed to be located at the back of the head, at the junction where the spinal column meets the base of the skull. It is considered to be a minor chakra or energy center in some esoteric teachings. This point is often associated with the release of spiritual energy, the flow of the divine nectar, which is also referred to as Amrita, and the union of the opposites, or rather, the union of opposites. Now, this is the part really I want to get to. So when we talk about the flow of the divine nectar, okay, now they're talking that divine nectar is relative to it's that liquid that kind of goes up the spinal column, which they also refer to as part of that Kundalini awakening. Um, and when they refer to the union of opposites, so the opposites they're referring to is they're talking really referring um, they're referring to the lower, what some call your lower self, right, which is you and your in your physical body, right, and then the higher self, or I like to refer to as the highest self. Okay, so meaning you're the union of the two, right, your lower nature and your higher self. Okay. So it says during certain practitioners may focus their attention on the Bindu Visarga to stimulate spiritual awakening, higher states of consciousness, and the experience of transcendence. It is considered to be a gateway to accessing higher dimensions of awareness and connecting with the universal consciousness. So this is the main reason why this is one of the hidden energy centers that they do not like to talk about. Because in a nutshell, what it really enables you to do is to reach higher altitudes of consciousness, which is part of, one's ascension. So let's talk about some of the benefits associated with the activation of the Lalana chakra. Okay. Uh, so, one, spiritual awareness. Activation of the Lalana chakra is believed to enhance spiritual awareness and deepen one's connection with higher consciousness. It may promote a sense of inner peace, expanded perception, and a heightened sense of spirituality. Two, intuition and psychic abilities. The Lalana chakra is said to be associated with the intuitive and psychic abilities. Its activation may enhance one's intuitive faculties, showing, or rather allowing for a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. Three, communication and expression. The Lalana chakra is sometimes associated with the throat and communication. I want to show you where this particular chakra, give me 1 second. I want to show you where it's located. I don't think it's going to allow me to switch over unless I stop sharing and show you the other slide that I have here. So give me a sec here to bring that up. So this is where the Lalana chakra is found. So it is found typically in the it's in the throat area at the back of the mouth. So right between the two tonsils. So it would be right about here. Okay, is where it is. So I just wanted to show you where it's located in the back of the mouth. So I'm going to go back to the other slide here. And so to pick up where I left off here, activation of this chakra may support clearer and more effective communication, both in verbal and nonverbal forms. So when they say nonverbal, right, and effective communication, so it's referring not only to, like, orally, you being able to communicate more effectively by way of speech, but also from I would say a telepathic standpoint as well, to be able to communicate even, and tap into your extrasensory perception abilities. Okay, so through the mind, meaning, how we can communicate telepathically through our minds. Okay. It could help with expressing oneself authentically and harmoniously. And then 4, energetic flow. Activating the Lalana chakra is believed to stimulate the flow of subtle energy, which is prana, which essentially means, when we refer to prana in Vedic science, it's referring to life force, the life force energy. Okay, throughout the body, it may help balance and harmonize the overall energy system, promoting a sense of vitality and well-being. And then 5, spiritual transformation. The activation of the Lalana chakra is often seen as part of the spiritual journey leading to personal growth and transformation. It may facilitate the process of self-realization, expanding one's understanding of true nature and purpose in life. So essentially, this particular chakra or energy channel, when you activate this energy center within you, what you will be able to do is it helps you to really reach, again, a higher state of consciousness. Okay, that now you're communicating, it helps you to tap to the ethereal realm. Okay, and this is something that the 7 chakras, for the most part, does not, which is why this is one of the hidden chakras, why I really wanted to touch on this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop right there, and we're going to pick this up next week, where I am going to continue with part 2. And if you're interested in registering for one of my classes during the spring session, which begins this month in March, you can reach out to me on Etsy, and I'm going to, I'll share my screen really quick. So show you what it, where you can find me here on Etsy. You can find me right here. I'll try to register for any one of my my classes here. Okay, and then also for anyone that's interested, I also provide a 60-minute, 1-hour spiritual wellness and healing session for anyone that has either been through or currently dealing with any trauma, emotional trauma, or even grief. I offer a 1-hour spiritual, wellness and healing session, and including in that session, I provide 20 minutes of Reiki healing, and that's free within that 1-hour session, just so you know. And the reason why I wanted to offer this particular service is because family, when I personally share my experience real quick. When I was dealing with, I had a situation. I was going through some trauma myself, and I mean, there was really no support system out there for our people. I mean, I couldn't find anyone. I'm talking like really, someone that relative to a stranger. Because personally, I don't know about you, but I feel like I can open up when you're dealing with something that maybe you just can't talk to, with a friend or a fellow family member. You know, it's just easier to have that kind of conversation with a stranger. There's no support system out there, at least for our people, to deal with trauma and how to get through that. So when I was dealing with that, I didn't have anyone that I could really look to for that, that level of support. So that was also something that really inspired me, how I could share and really help others get through that. So, hence why I do offer that, a healing session as well. And then also here, also where you can, uh, if you want to also support my channel, you can purchase some of my tribal t-shirts, or one of my tribal t-shirts, which will, support my channel, as well as it really helps to more importantly, honor our ancestors, as well as this really great energy that's amplified out in the ethers in support of our people, and the restoration of our tribes. So I'll leave a link in the chat. Want to reach out to me on Etsy. So thanks once again. Thanks so much for tuning in, family. And as always, love and gratitude and continued prosperity.